All right, guys, Cecil Jones here. Yours truly. Just want to come in real quick, put a video together. Basically, guys, what I want to know is how much money do you want to earn? I'm not talking about in a year, 5 years, 10 years. A lot of us may not even have that. Actually, nobody knows when we're going to be gone. But it's really important to be able to establish something, a certain amount of wealth, a certain amount of finances for your family to leave them. See, we have to get past the point where we're leaving our kids bills, big screen TVs, bottles of Moet, things like that. So if you don't know how to go about doing it, I want to just show you a little quick formula that you can go by, something that I learned from Ben Franklin and then from another gentleman by the name of Grant Cardone. So when you're talking about putting this whole thing together, you have to understand that it's about calculating what you want. Calculating your desired income, right? Or should we put how to calculate your desired income, right? Let's make that title a little bit bigger. And we'll center that there. How to calculate your desired income. All right. Guys, a lot of times we find that just making money or wealth is some magical dragon, some thing that we hear about, but we don't even know how to make happen. And I just want to be instrumental and share this out of the spirit of abundance with you and just show you how to go about creating the income that you want to make. And this is September 1st now, beginning of a new month. I want to show you how to create the amount of money that you want to make between September 1st and December 31st. October, November, December. So we got like what, 4 months, 3.5 months? Month of September, October, November, December. We have 4 months to make this happen. So I want you to do this on your own as well. Write it down on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do. And number one, we're going to go after showing you how to get your annual income, at least doing what we're doing here, and is requiring sending out emails, picking up the phone. The best thing is phone-to-phone contact. Even if you send an email, the only reason you send an email is to set up a phone call, to set up an appointment. So if you can just go straight to the phone call, I mean, it actually eliminates a step for you. So we're going to find out what your desired income is, right? So your desired annual desired income, right? And just going to put that right there. So let's just say by the end of the month, the end of the year, you'd like to make, and we're not going to do anything outrageous here. Let's just make this where it's something that is really attainable. So just say you want to make 50 grand. That's your desired income. Working with me, doing what we're doing, right? Next here, number 2, you're going to divide by the commission per sale, right? So if you're working with me and I have to do the work, I know you don't have the experience on doing this, what we'll do is we'll split the deal 50-50 if you can't do the work and close it yourself. You should be able to, because I've given you all the materials in the file section in our group. So all you'd have to do is click on the files button in the group up top and download all the information. Everything is there. And then just ask questions. And then just dig in and start doing it. And we make up too many excuses and ask too many questions, about stuff that's never going to happen. So desired income. So let's just say that your commission per sale is, let's just say it's $500, right? And this could be applied to anything. You may have your own product where you keep 100% of the money. This is just really setting the groundwork for how you do that. Next, you got to figure out the number of sales, right? So let me grab my calculator. So you have the annual desired income, right? Then you're going to divide by the commission per sale. All right, so that's $500, and that'll let us know the number of sales that you need to make between now and the end of the year. So if you take out your little handy dandy, And I go to the computer, and I know there's a calculator right here on the screen. We can all do it together here, right? Calcu. You guys knew this thing, a little trick here? Calculator. Boom. All right, so we're going to pull up this calculator here. And we're going to do a little bit of math. So we said, we said 50,000, right? Just to the end of the year. And the average, let's just say the average commission is 500. So we're going to take 50,000 and we're going to divide it by 500. And the answer is 100. So you would have to do only 100 sales between now. That's how many deals you would have to close. Now on average, you know, the average website, the average sales, 1,000 to 1,500 or more. But you'd only have to complete 100 sales between now. So that's 100 people saying yes, that they need some type of website or business service, right? And these are business owners who already have a business, and they could be a new business owner. So chances are they don't have this stuff yet. So, okay, now we're going to go down to number 4. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to divide by the sales, by the closing rate. And if you know anything about the Direct Marketing Association, you can always look them up. They have statistics on all of this stuff, closing rate, ratios, and all that stuff. So divide by closing rate, right? And they say it's 6%. So I'm just going to put 6% right there. So we know that we're going to have to close 6%. We need 100 sales, so we're going to have to close 6% of the amount of people that it is that we're going to need. I'm sorry, I skipped something here. So let me just go back. I'm sorry. So we're supposed to take the desired income. Once again, where's my calculator? Get my handy dandy. And we're supposed to take that 50,000, right? 50,000 is what we said is the desired income. And then we're going to divide that by 500, which is the average commission, right? And that number comes out to 100 sales right here, right? 100 sales. Now we're going to take the 100 sales and divide it by the closing ratio, right? Which is 6%. So we got to put 0.06. Hopefully you guys know how the math part works on the calculator. So that means you need to close 6%. So in order to get 100, when you're dividing it by 6%, that's the number right there that you have to, number of contacts that you have to make, right? So number 5 here is going to be the number of contacts, right? And if I pull up our handy dandy again, that means from now and the end of the year, and that number will change based off of your desired annual income, right? So that number is 1666. So it's basically 1,667 people. Whoops. So in order to get there, we know that we have to make contact with 1,667 people. Guys, when I say that success is not by accident, that success is something that can be calculated. Success is something, it's a numbers game, and if you know your numbers, you can attain anything that you want. Now, because you know your numbers, you can say all things are possible, right? Because you know the numbers. This is just simple mathematics. So we have that number there, but we're not finished. So that's 1,667 people that we need to contact between now and the end of the year. So the next line here, number 6, what we're going to do is divide that by the number of days that we're going to work. Okay, so back to our handy dandy. So we have, we're just going to call it 1667. 1667, and you have September, October, November, December. September is 30, November 31. Wait, September, October. Okay, so 30, all of them have 30, so that's 120. So let's say 122 days left to the end of the year, right? We have once again, get that handy dandy. So you have that 1667 there. And out of 1667, we say that we have 122 days. Right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to find out how many contacts we need to talk to per day. All right. So now what we're going to do is take the number of contacts, which is 1667, and we're going to divide that by the number of days worked. That's 122. That gives us 13.663. So 13.66, we'll round that up to 14. So you need to make 14 contacts a day. The average person would need that. But if you've ever read Grant Cardone's book, 10X, he tells you to be a rainmaker, whatever you do it 10 times better than the next person, right? So that's his 10X rule. So you would just simply take that number of contacts that you would have to do per day, right? And you would multiply it by 10, and that would bring us to 140 calls per day. So if you make $50,000 desired income by the end of the year, let's just say by the end of the year. And remember, we're in September right now, September 1st. So, and if the commission per sale was $500, that means you'd have to make 100 sales. 500 times 100 is 50,000. Now, there's in any industry you have closing ratios, and calling people, there's about a 6% closing ratio as determined by the Direct Marketing Association. So now we divided that number by 6%, and it comes up with 1,667 total contacts. We take that amount and we divide it by the days that we're going to work, which is 122, and that gets us 14 contacts per day to be able to make a $500 to get a sale, right? And then when we break that down a little bit more, it's 14 contacts a day, and then when we multiply it times 10, because we really want to crush that number. Guys, we don't set the bar low and expect to make a low bar. We set a bar super high, and if we fail, we still exceeded what it was that we originally wanted to do. So hopefully this helps you out, guys. I'm always trying to encourage you and give you information. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the big picture at the end. At least it was for me at one time, until I had it broken down in front of me. And now that gave me the encouragement to pick up the phone, send the emails, walk into somebody's store, because I'm in complete control of my fate and destiny here. This is nothing about praying, hoping, and wishing. This is you actually taking down the time. See, this is me. What I just did, I wrote it down and I made it plain. I wrote it down and I made it plain. All right. So hopefully, hint, hint. Okay, hopefully this is helpful for somebody, and you're going to take this and run with it. And you're going to, this doesn't have to be 50,000. It could be 25,000. It could be 100,000. Whatever it is that you want it to be, look back through this video, rewind, forward, stop, pause, whatever you have to do. This formula will take you to the income that you desire. All right, hopefully that helped you out, guys. Any questions, put it in the group, and I'll answer them for you. But it's time to make moves. It's time to do something better. Look at the Eric Thomas videos. You owe you. Come on, won't you make a better millionaire than you will someone walking around struggling from day to day? Come on, let's get up and or shut up, all right? Let's stop talking and start being about it. That's what a rainmaker does. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.